What's poppin'?
Coming up on 10:30, that means it's time for Celebrity Dish. You know what it is. But today we have a first-timer to Celebrity Dish, but not to our show, to bring on. You all ready for it?
Oh,
We
yeah.
got our girl, lifestyle expert, podcast host, and more, our friend, Christina. Hello, let's get our
Welcome. Good to see you.
Oh, great to see you.
And you know, we got a lot in common because you and I both love Dollar Tree. And that is exactly where you'll find me this afternoon.
Okay.
Gotta get some cleaning
Are we going
supplies.
shopping, buddy?
We should do it.
You're always so good with the segments and how to say
you.
it. But you also have a podcast that just has been blowing up for
Yes.
women that I wanted you to talk about briefly.
Yeah. Living Ageless and Bold. I tell incredible, inspiring stories about women over 50.
Yeah. And also, too, you're going to have a really great segment coming up in the Lion Lunch Hour later this morning as well. We've been talking about empty nesters the last couple of days, so you're going to have some great tips as well.
Good tips, because
You also had a reel that went viral about that topic, right?
I did. I'm at 300,000 views.
Look at you, girl. Okay.
I'm a
Go ahead.
TikToker now.
Listen, you go ahead. You go ahead. Speaking of empty nesters, we got this first topic. This is a perfect. That's why we wanted to bring you in on this
With
one.
back to school and our first topic. So let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Potomac star Giselle Bryant, also a good friend of our show, is among many parents sending their kids off to college. The Bravo celebrity documented the process to get her 3 daughters all moved in on a reel and Instagram. Take a look at it.
Okay, first drop off, Hampton University. It's not that one. The rat lane's staying here. So when do you come in?
Hey everybody, we're in Tallahassee.
Okay, me and Angel, first of all, we twinning. Second of all, we about to knock down Publix for Grace. Okay, Grace is moved in. She's looking good, feeling good. Y'all already see the shirt. Y'all already know what it is.
Multi-states, right? All HBCUs, too. Giselle's daughters attending Hampton University, FAMU in Tallahassee, Florida, and Spelman College in Atlanta.
You know, I love everything about this.
Oh, yes, I know you
Everything about
do. I know you do. So your daughter's out of school?
Yeah, both
Going
mine are
through?
done. Yeah.
So you know what she's going through.
I know exactly what. And I hope she didn't do all 3 in the same day.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
believe it was in the same week, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Did you ever go through a period as an empty nester where you broke down and cried? Because I know Giselle told me that she had that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, these are your babies. You spent 18 years with them, and then all of a sudden, and my baby was my girl. So it was like, who am I going to shop with? Who am I going to go to lunch with? But, you know, it's a slow process because high school, you know, they start working and they spend weekends away. So it's not, you don't rip the Band-Aid off. But yes, I cried.
Take me back to that moment when you realized that you were an empty nester. You're just looking around, you're like, oh, I don't have to run here, or go do this, or go do that. Things just slow down a little bit.
They do. And what my husband and I did is when we dropped our last one off, we went to the beach. So we didn't come
celebrate.
Look, that's a way to celebrate.
You don't come back to the scene.
Right. You don't come
go
back to
the
an
scene.
empty house
That's
right away. So we had some time. We went to our happy place, and then you go back. But every time you walk by the bedroom, and then all the complaining you did about the messy rooms, pick up your clothes. It's like, there's no clothes on the floor. I want it dirty again.
Yeah, that was the only time I saw my parents cry. And I'm like, please stop. And it was the whole college thing and leaving the home, so I get it. But also, you know that you prepared them well to take on the
Roots
world
and wings.
itself. Yeah.
Now, I know some parents, they already have plans for those spaces once they are gone. Are you planning on turning it into an office, a podcast studio, an extra closet?
Did you get the Peloton yet to put in the
Or
one
do
of
you
the
keep it
rooms?
open?
My son is 27. My daughter's 25. He lives in New York. She's moving to Chicago next week. Their rooms are still exactly the same. I'm like, it is time to get rid of stuff. I said, she's coming home for one night before we move her in. I'm like, can you go through your room and tell me what I can get rid of?
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. I was going to say, how long did it take you to get to that point to be okay with sort
I'm
of
okay
changing
now.
things up?
I'm okay
They're
now.
grown.
Yeah.
Let's speaking of grown kids. How about this? Michelle Obama is back with another family admission. The former First Lady revealing in a recent episode of her podcast, which Obama's daughter is considering to be the most difficult by dad, okay, who is former President Barack Obama. Well, according to Mr. Obama, it wasn't just any daughter. It was his youngest daughter, Sasha, who was felt the most difficult to raise. Now, Michelle says that because Malia, their oldest daughter, knew how to butter up her dad before she asked for permission to go out. Meantime, Sasha was all business and not a people pleaser at all. She says raising those two daughters taught her how important it was to raise each child differently.
Speak on it.
Yeah.
So true.
You know, one is more manipulative than the other, always, especially when you got two. And the youngest one learned from the older one.
What you could and could not get away with.
Or in my parents' case, they were just tired, so she got away with everything. I was like, if I had done that, you know, with a 7-year gap. What was it like for you raising your two?
What's funny is how they both think that the parents love the other one more than the other one. And like, we're all here together. How do you guys think that? How is that possible? But they're just different. They're different kids. You discipline them differently. You raise them. And I had a boy and a girl, so that's a little different too.
Yeah, yeah.
You love them equally, but differently.
Differently, right.
And that's very
And there are no
important.
favorites. Contrary to belief, parents do not have favorites.
And there's different personality traits, you know? You have to handle sometimes one a little differently than the other, you know, especially if there's more sensitivity there.
Exactly. And different punishments work differently for different kids.
Yeah.
So it's not like I punished him harder than her. It was just, it wouldn't work if I did what I did to her to him. So you have, like my son, you got to get him with the video games.
Yeah.
So you don't turn your work in, you don't get your video games. Second semester, second quarter came around, didn't turn his work in, I took the video games away again.
Yeah, well, being on punishment or grounded in my room, that never worked for me. Because I was like, oh, I'm by myself. That's cool. I enjoyed being alone. And so I was introduced to the burning bush a couple of times. I know they don't do that anymore. But that's what it took.
That's what it is.
For
And I
me.
know exactly what you're talking about.
I felt scarred just listening to
The
that.
burning bush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
These
we
days,
are.
if you take away the cell phone or the tablet, I
my
feel like
gosh.
that'll work ubiquitously for a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and what we did back in the days, we took the video games away, but didn't know that there was ways to hijack them on iPods and other things. So it's like, once you figure that out, once you got everything away, then it's like, all right, you got me. Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if we can get this last one in. Forget the touchdowns. Tom Brady's latest assist was a smooth compliment that left an ESPN reporter speechless. Check this out.
Morgan, I love your hair.
Thank you. It's a lot to deal
Beautiful.
with. But when it's a good day, it's a good day. Today's a good day. Lot to maintain.
What a girl.
Hair too, but I know it doesn't feel the same as Tom Brady saying. That is incredible. I want to know, Christina, what you think about that exchange, but then secondly, have you ever gotten a great compliment from one of your guests on one of your podcasts?
I'll tell you the greatest compliment I ever got, not on my podcast, but I interviewed Hoda Kotb. And in the middle of the interview, she stopped 500 people in the room, and she said, "You are so good. You are so good at this." And she's like, "You have no notes." I had notes hidden, but so then I had to confess that I had notes. But that gave me so much confidence to do this. And I just reflected back on it. I did it on Instagram. She actually commented. She goes, "I'm watching you, girl."
Wow.
It was just amazing.
It is, because she's one of the best to ever do it, so to hear it from her,
Yes, I was
it
like,
was real.
Yeah. And sometimes if I'm down, I'll listen to it. I'm like, yeah, I got this.
And you know what? You just reminded us of how important it is to say nice things to other people, right? Because sometimes we get so caught up in trying to be busy, the hustle culture you mentioned earlier. But it's nice to slow down and say, you know what? You look nice today. I love that dress. You're fantastic. All those things go a long way. Feedback matters.
Stephen, you are fantastic.
And that's something we do. All of us
Don't
do.
you make me tough.
Yeah, off air all the time. Sometimes you need to hear it. And especially when you have segment after segment, you just kind of get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And you have to take that moment to smell the roses and go, okay, I got it. And that prepares you for the next thing. And it gets bigger and better over time.
Yeah.
Just like our celebrity dishes, we had you on it. So thank you, Christina, for joining
so
us.
fun.
You're
And you did
so
a
fun.
fantastic job.
You did.
You're so good at this.
Thank you, guys.
Tell us your little hold over here.
I know it doesn't weigh as much as Hoda Kotb's does.
Or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But your
Thanks
podcast
again.
name, tell everyone real quick.
Living Ageless and Bold.
Love it.
And you'll see her on Lion Lunch Hour, too. So
Yeah.
you'll get much
Yeah,
more.
we'll have more fun.
Yes.
You go, girl.
Speaking of fun, it looks really fun over there, Steve and Jacqueline.
Well, we're having fun.